Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel for a new video. Today, we're going to discuss the possibility of a Ninjago reboot, and why in my opinion, is something Ninjago should never do. So looking at the bigger picture here, Ninjago is a show that very frequently goes through change. Since it was created in 2011, Ninjago's had a couple soft reboots, and even a sequel series. The first time this happened was a decade ago with Season 3. This was when the show was revived after it was originally supposed to be cancelled. Season 3 wasn't a huge change for Ninjago, it was really just the original show getting renewed, but you could say it was a change because the show finally grew beyond its original story. Ninjago's next big change was Season 8. This is when the designs were changed, Lloyd was recast, and overall the show took up a more mature tone. And then just a year later, the show dropped Real Film and moved to Wild Brain. The episodes were also shortened, and the show just became more experimental with its concepts and ideas. And that brings us to this current period. After Crystallized, the original show ended, and Dragon's Rising began, which is really just a sequel series. So those are a few times when Ninjago underwent change. And even when I disagreed with that change, it's very healthy for a series like Ninjago to reinvent itself and to be able to do this. Inevitably, when Dragon's Rising ends, Ninjago is probably going to continue in some form, at least according to Doc Wyatt. And as for how the franchise continues, there's so many options. You can explore a past era, or maybe go further into the future, but there's one thing that Ninjago should never do. Every past time when Ninjago's reinvented itself, the show has never done a hard reboot in which the show's universe and history is wiped clean. Each new version of the show maintains continuity with its predecessors, meaning that every story that was told way back 13 years ago still happened in today's Ninjago. Every character arc that's happened, good or bad, has become a part of that character's history, and as a whole, Ninjago's history. This is so important for a long-running show like Ninjago that has so much lore and so much information about its universe. Now, if the show were to do a hard reboot, all of these past seasons would be wiped from the slate, and you'd be starting brand new. You'd probably have the same ninja, and maybe some icons like the monastery and the bounty, but those ninja wouldn't be the same ninja. Like 2011, it would be the start of a new show. And given that Ninjago has such a complex history, throwing that all out would be such a waste. But I also think it would make a large portion of the fanbase, including myself, lose interest. I think most fans would view a reboot as an imitation of the original show. And you know, what's the point of an imitation when the original version is right there? But overall, I think rebooting Ninjago would show that the series is just out of ideas, and that the only way forward would be to rehash previously done ideas. But I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here. Dragon's Rising will probably continue for another 3 to 4 years, and even once it finishes, I doubt the show will ever undergo a hard reboot. I think the showrunners understand that what makes Ninjago appealing to longtime viewers is the fact that each season becomes a part of Ninjago's history. And I think because the creators understand this, that's probably why the show has never had a hard reboot in its 13 years. And even Doc Wyatt referring to Ninjago as a universe makes me feel good about the show's future. So that's about all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone you know. Share your thoughts about Ninjago's future and if it should undergo a reboot. And I'll see you guys next time.